The national championship rarely disappoints, but that was especially true this year. Number one, Indiana Hoosiers looking to win its first ever national title with Heisman quarterback Fernando Mendoza, Curt Cignetti, in year two of his reign at IU, looking to complete a 16-0 season for the first time since 1894 when the Yale Bulldogs did it. I had to look it up. That was 3 years before Indiana even played a single football game. That's how long ago we're talking. The only thing that stood in the way of IU was the U, Miami University, trying to get back to the top of college football. With Mario Cristobal, who played for the Hurricanes in the Golden Age, he brought in a transfer quarterback from Georgia by the name of Carson Beck to win this game. One of the winningest quarterbacks in all of college football. He had the task of winning the big one. Oh, and by the way, this game was played in Hard Rock Stadium, in Miami's backyard, where the Hurricanes play all of their regular season games. So the Hoosiers had to go down there and see if they could pull off one of the greatest seasons and greatest victories of college football history. Let's head down to Hard Rock Stadium, where we get a good look at Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman quarterback, warming up, going up against a team that didn't recruit him, even though he's from the area. Defense was all over the place in this game. Aiden Fisher getting home to Carson Beck. Again, no Stephen Daly in this entire playoff push, and guys like Fisher showed up. Now Indiana trying to get its first touchdown, and it's the big man, Riley Nowakowski, stumbling into the end zone. Gives Indiana a 10-0 lead, trying to go into the half that way. Miami with a chance to get a field goal with Carter Davis, and a doink. Oh no, well hey, Carter Davis, one is better than two doinks. I guess that's the only good news. Early third quarter, Miami in desperate need of some momentum. No one better than Mark Fletcher Jr. to find a hole, breaking away down the near sideline, 57 yards to the house. All of a sudden, that Indiana lead not looking too safe. That was until this. Mikhail Kamara got a big old hand on the football, and Isaiah Jones falls on top of it. Again, defense was big in this game from start to finish, but Miami would not go away. Carson Beck fakes a pitch, handoff again. Fletcher Jr. right up the gut, waltzes into the end zone for 6 more. It's a 3-point ball game. Indiana in need of some cushion, and here's the Heisman doing the Heisman dance. Gets the first down, spins off a defender, dives into the end zone to give Indiana some cushion. The Mendozas celebrating. All of Hoosier Nation has that dive cemented in their brains for the rest of time. But again, Miami would not go away quietly. Malachi Toney this time, spinning off a couple Hoosiers, and he's into the end zone. Indiana would go down, kick a field goal, make it a 6-point game. Miami with a chance to win the ball game at the final second, and oh no, he threw it to the defense. Jamari Sharp, the Miami kid, gets the INT and sends the Hurricanes home packing. The Indiana Hoosiers, in year 2 of Curt Cignetti's tenure, wins the national championship 27-21, and one of the greatest seasons of all time is complete, and that trophy coming to Bloomington. When asked post-game about when things gear up for year 3, Curt Cignetti smiled, thought to himself for a second, said he was going to go down to some hot island down south, give himself about a week to rest, recoup after this unbelievable stretch of football, and then it was time to cut film and get right back to work. There's no break for Curt Cignetti, but hey, at least he's got that week to celebrate a national championship and a 16-0 season.
As college athletics mirror the professional world more and more, the college athletes who juggle practices, lifts, and 5 classes need to find ways to de-stress.
I've heard allegations that you've peed on the team floor. Is that true? Guilty. Definitely guilty.
For Indiana volleyball, they turned to their director of athlete wellness and happiness.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. More. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Also known as Kona Bear, the dog.
We get back from lift, she greets everyone, immediately runs out of the office like she's trying to do now, and greets everyone. She makes everyone's day so much better.
Kona's positivity is what makes her such a special part of the team. She is always there for the athletes, no matter what?
I think the biggest thing is like the unconditional love and support. With college athletics being what it is and how stressful it is, like being able to have her around after a loss and after a win, like after a really hard test or a breakup or like any of those types of things, like she just doesn't care what's happening with you and she just wants to be there for you. Sorry, Con.
Lots of athletic departments will talk the talk when it comes to mental health, but IU volleyball, they walk the walk. And the team sports psychologist, Kelly Monadero, gives Kona her stamp of approval.
Kona's never mad at them. She's never disappointed in the practice performance or the play performance. She's, doesn't feel frustrated by what happened yesterday. None of those things matter to her. And so I think that in itself is the gift that she gives.
Another one of Kona's greatest gifts is sensing when an athlete or a coach is dealing with some stress or anxiety, in which case Kona will flip right into her professional mode.
She's been really rowdy through this entire interview, but if any one of the girls were to have been anxious, or Kelly was anxious or I was anxious, she would be like kind of like this, probably between the two girls and like head resting on somebody. If you're standing, she'll go between your legs and just kind of sit down between you. But she just tries to be like as close to you as she possibly can. Sometimes she'll put a paw on you. Sometimes she'll put her head on you. Just to be like, I'm here.
After maybe a match where you guys didn't perform how you wanted, or even after a tough practice, how does she change the environment?
She listens without having anything else to say. She listens to whatever we want to say, which is really nice.
She also doesn't care if we win or lost.
Yeah.
Won or lost. She'll just come and give us love regardless, which is like refreshing.
And as much as Kona is a calming source for the athletes during the season, she is also a calming source for them out of the season.
The girls do still come see her when we're out of season, and there's plenty of girls that'll just call me and be like, I'm having a really stressful day. Like, can I come play with Kona? I'm like, sure. You can come in here and play with her and like throw the ball with her for as long as you need to. And so that having that outlet when they're away from their own dogs, their own families, like really helps.
I think that regardless of what they have going on, I think that the bad isn't as bad and that the good is better because she's here.
When she's not here, her presence is definitely missed.
Yeah, it's very gloomy when she's not here. I feel like it's just like when she gets here, it's like the whole world lights up.
For IU Sports Media,
All right, we've got our final interview subject. What's your name?
I'm Graham Nash.
Okay, don't eat the microphone, please.
Indiana basketball beat the Wisconsin Badgers 78-77 in Assembly Hall for its second overtime victory in its last 3 games.
Similar to UCLA, it was very calm and collected, no screaming at each other, pointing fingers, kind of just next play mentality, which I think we've gotten a lot better as the season went on. And you can tell with like a senior group like this, obviously we don't want to blow leads and go to overtime and do all that, but we still battled together and got it done.
The Hoosiers led the Badgers by 11 with around 10 minutes left to play. Yet it was Wisconsin who led by 4 with 57 seconds left on the clock.
These dudes don't quit. Like, they just keep competing, they keep fighting. I think that's a sign of a veteran team. They didn't panic, inside the huddle. They just knew you just got to make that next play, and they were able to do that.
Indiana largely didn't quit because its leading scorer, Lamar Wilkerson, made 4 free throws to end regulation and send the game into overtime. Once in overtime, Wilkerson then hit 4 more to give Indiana the edge.
I mean, he's an elite player, and I even think from a pro standpoint, I think he's one of those guys that people aren't talking about enough. He has all the things you need, the intangibles, and he's a winner. I love everything about him, and he continues to showcase what makes him so special.
I mean, he don't really miss in practice or like ever, so I don't really think he even feel any pressure, to be honest, when he shoot him.
Yeah, if I had to pick a guy, I would put Lamar out there every single time, shoot a free throw for the game.
IU's defense also kept Indiana in this game. The Hoosiers didn't allow Wisconsin to grab an offensive rebound in the final 5 minutes of regulation and in all of overtime. However, the highlight was Connor Enright drawing a crucial charge on Wisconsin's Nick Boyd with 15 seconds left, and the Hoosiers down 1.
We thought we had enough time to try to take a few chances there and keep, if we could get them sped up, try to get one first. And Connor just does what he does. He just keeps competing, keeps fighting, and that was a huge play for us.
IU will try for its 4th win in its last 5 games this Monday when the Oregon Ducks come to town. Tip-off is set for 8:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1. For IUS TV Sports, I'm Graham Nash.